According to Father Francesco Beaumont, I hope I'm getting his name right, he's the president of the International Conference of Exorcists. So he's a priest in Rome who is in charge of other priests who do what we call exorcism, or in everyday language, deliverance. They cast out demons. Okay. So I think him and his team and others said, divide the actions of the devil into two. There is the ordinary actions of the devil against us, which is temptation. Then there is the extraordinary actions of the devil in nature, including us. That is where these ones I'm going to mention now fall in the extraordinary actions of the devil in nature. So number 1 is possession. Number 2 is vexation. Number 3 is obsession. 4, infestation. And 5, affliction. The devil carries out these extraordinary activities in the life of human beings or in nature. Possession. Possession is when the demon is inside you. It's living inside you. And he can use your faculties. When he wants to speak, he uses your power of speech. If he wants to see, he uses your eyes and all of that. That is possession. The devil lives inside the person or the demon. Mark refers to the spirit as unclean spirit. Other translation will call it a demonic spirit. Possession. You know, when something is possessed, means what is possessing is owning you, so to say. There is really, according to this expert, it's difficult to have a clear-cut distinctions between them, but they can be different in certain cases. You have satanic or demonic infestation. Infestation is when a place is inhabited by demonic beings, or they come there to do some operations and stuff like that. Infestation. It could be a house, an office place, and all of that. For instance, if a house is infested, you could be sleeping after locking your doors and you wake up and discover all your doors are open. You can hear strange noises. Your door can slam open and shut immediately. And you come out, you will not see anything. Now, I want to warn you. Sometimes, when we teach you this thing like this, now some of you who have not been seeing this thing, that's when you will now start seeing it. It's not later now you go home and begin to imagine that things are happening in your house. Or any strange noise. You remember Father said infestation. Hey, that means there's a demon here. Now be careful. That's why I have to be careful on what you teach. An infested place has activities of the devil. You can be sleeping and your gas cooker will just turn on. Or your pets, your dogs or your cat will just start shouting or barking. And you come out, you don't see anything. I'm not teaching all of these ones in details now. There will be time to talk about that. That's infestation. That one has to do with an area. Then you have vexation. Satanic vexation. You know the word vex. When somebody say, I dey vex, you know what it means, right? That means something has muddied your emotion. You are not happy about something. So vexation is an activity of the enemy that keeps you in perpetual sadness or anger. He does something that drives away every form of contentment in you. An example of somebody who was vexed by the devil is Saul. You remember Saul? When the Spirit of God left him. He had, it's like a torment. The next one is obsession. Obsession, normally there are people who are naturally obsessed. When they say you are obsessed with something, mean you are fixated. You are so engrossed on this thing that it becomes too much. For instance, there are people who are obsessed with cleanliness and orderliness. They can arrange their room 50 times in a day. They want where their spoon is to be there. If you remove the spoon from that place, you are in trouble with them. They are obsessed. Some are obsessed with washing hands. Even before this coronavirus came, they can wash hands 20 times under 5 minutes. Obsession is something that, takes hold of your mind and you don't take it. Now, when it becomes demonic, it can lead to something else. For instance, there are men who have committed the crime of passion. A man is attracted to a particular lady, and the lady does not give him attention. He's monitoring her, he's following her everywhere and all of that. It can even lead to a point when the man will kill the girl. He's obsessed with her. I know a young man who came to me when I was still a sinner and said, Father, I'm obsessed with this lady. Morning, night, afternoon, he's thinking about her. That's obsession. You can be obsessed with something. There are people. Saul was obsessed with David. He just couldn't remove from his mind that David was going to be king. And without obsession, he was pursuing David to kill him. You remember? He was so obsessed with killing David that he didn't care if his kingdom was tearing apart. That's obsession. Affliction. Affliction is a bodily harm. When the devil or the demon afflicts you with something. Now, sometimes God can even permit this. Who comes to your mind? Job. Job was afflicted by who? By the devil. But who permitted it? God. So sometimes God can permit affliction for a higher purpose. Who else was afflicted? Paul. 2 Corinthians 12. From verse 4, he said, an angel of Satan was given to torment me. And I cried to the Lord, take it away. And God said, no, my grace is what? Not for you. There are some affliction that, yes, could come from the devil, but God permits it for a reason. And do you know why God gave the angel of Satan permission to torment Paul? The reason God gave him, he said, because Paul received extraordinary spiritual revelation that has not been given to any man. He was so gifted in the spirit that he said, in order to keep me from getting beside myself, in order to keep me from being proud. So sometimes God allows certain things to do what? Stop you from a dangerous spiritual spiral band that you might go to. So even though with all his power, Paul was still afflicted. Luke chapter 13, there was a woman afflicted by the devil. The Bible calls it the spirit of a crippling spirit. The woman was bent, doubly bent. She couldn't stand upright. But that one was not permitted by God. And Jesus cast it out. And the woman stood upright. There was another boy, I think Luke chapter 9 too, by the demon of epilepsy. Jesus cast it out. So you can see different scenarios. To watch full videos and get notifications for new ones, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. God bless you.
Sign up with the largest community of Catholics online. Make new friends, chat, post pictures and videos, make and receive audios and video calls, interact with lots of priests and religions. Download the app from Google Play Store.